Where are you from?
I'm from Denver, Colorado.
And what was your first break?
My first break, interesting enough, was a fashion show. I was about 10 years old.
What have you been in?
I was on the Disney Channel for a long time. That's what most people know me for. Either that or my band R5. But just recently I did a movie called My Friend Dahmer where I played Jeffrey Dahmer as a young man.
And how do you feel about this career?
How do I feel about this career? Well, first off, I feel really fortunate, I think. I've had a lot of just really lucky scenarios happen, although I've also worked tremendously hard at what I do. And I do work hard and 110% on everything that I do. But also I feel like I have a very strange life and outlook on a lot of things because of the situations that I've been in. For instance, I traveled the world when I was like 16, just in a band on tour. And I think that's a scenario that not a lot of people get to experience. And because of that, and because of all the different cultures that I've seen, I think I think about a lot of things differently. I never went through high school, so just like my outlook and perspective on things, I think is just a little different than your average person. Not in a better way by any means, just different. But yeah, I'm having a really good time what I do, and I want to continue to do it.
And how did you decide to become an actor?
I was more or less actually it kind of chose me in a sense. My older brother wanted to move out to LA when he turned 18, but we all moved as a family. My whole family moved before he turned 18 because I was booking jobs from Colorado, actually, that were in LA. So we figured it was kind of working. We were all working. It was kind of working that we were working. It was kind of confusing. So we all moved out as a family. Originally moving to a motel for a few months, and then we moved into a two-bedroom apartment, 7 of us. So we were pretty comfy at first. But yeah, and then after, I was originally like a dancer, and then music came up full force. My whole family started playing music. But I think the goal was always to become an actor. Like even when we first moved out to LA, it was always like acting was the goal. And then music kind of just came out of nowhere.
How would you describe your specialty or type?
My specialty or type? Oh man, it's an interesting question. I think, well, after this latest role, I think I'm pretty unpredictable. I'd like to continue to do that, just to kind of shock people, do things that they don't think that I would be able to do. Because I think a lot of people obviously like to put a lot of people in boxes, and they like to think that they're good at one thing, and they like to think that they are a certain way. For instance, in a lot of my interviews and things like that, I'm very happy, I'm very bright, and that's my normal way of being. But I also have, as everyone does, dark sides and, you know, things that you don't always show people. And I think it's cool to kind of showcase that personality has a lot of different sides, and you have, like, people in general just have a lot of depth, and I think I want to showcase that a little bit more.
Who's your favorite actor you look up to?
Really like, I mean, Tom Hardy. It's kind of a cliche answer, but I really like that guy. Michael Fassbender's amazing. Like Mads Mikkelsen, I think he's really cool. Peter Dinklage, I've been watching Game of Thrones recently. He's pretty rad. Kit Harington, it's also really cool. Actually, that whole cast, like Amelia, Clark, like all of them, like they're unbelievable. Yeah, and Jamie Foxx, actually, I really like Jamie Foxx. I like that he's done a lot of different kinds of roles. That's appealing to me.
What would your ideal job be?
My ideal job, well, I'm kind of doing it, honestly. When I was on Disney Channel for a long time, my goal was I always had it in my head that I wanted to do like a small indie film afterwards. And I never really knew what kind or like how that was going to happen, but I kind of was just telling myself that. And then one day, the script for My Friend Dahmer kind of made its way to my inbox on my email. And it was almost like it was meant to happen in a way. It was kind of a cool moment, though.
Do you consider yourself to be lucky?
I think luck is when preparation meets opportunity. So in that sense, I think so.
What advantages do you have?
What advantages do I have? I have a great family. Uh, they've been with me and still are with me from day one till now. I think that's a massive advantage, and I've been doing this for a long time. I'm only 21, and I booked my first job when I was like 9 years old. So it's been a long time coming.
Would you rather have a car or a diploma?
Probably a car. Probably a car.
What do you think about the need for instant gratification?
What do I think about the need for instant gratification? It might cause a setback with the younger generation, and I don't really know like how, but I think with social media and the fact that like, you know, it kind of promotes laziness, to be honest with you. So I try to stay off my phone and stuff like that. I think that's kind of what instant gratification. That's the biggest form of instant gratification. It's just kind of like social media and those kinds of things. But we'll see. I personally, I kind of think the next generation is gonna not be on social media at all. I think they're gonna be against it. But we'll see. I don't know. I need to put more thought into that.
How do you feel about how interconnected the world is becoming?
I think it's cool. It's really cool that I can talk to people. Like right now, for instance, I could talk to people from Russia if I wanted to. I think that part is really cool. And that we're all, I think culture in a sense and like belief systems and different, around the world and things like that, we're all starting to come together. We're all starting to kind of like, you know, believe in sort of the same things. Excuse me. So that from that sense is cool. But again, with the instant gratification thing, that part's not as cool. So I don't know if there's a happy medium or something. But I don't know, man. Social media is weird.
What does the future look like to you?
Well, a lot of people talk about how the future, and again, like, you know, there's a lot of bad things going on right now, and there's a lot of bad things you can look at, and a lot of people do, but you know, there's never been more people housed and fed than today. So I think regardless of some of our political situations and some of the bad things that are happening in the world, I think there's also a lot of great things that are happening in the world, and a lot of, like, you know, like I said, people being fed and housed and loved. So hopefully there's going to be a great positive future, hopefully. I mean, I'm an optimist, or I try to be. I practice being an optimist, you know.
How do you feel about having children?
I definitely want to. I don't know how I feel about marriage, to be honest with you. That's something I think I need to put a lot of thought into. I kind of think it's an old system. I do believe in a life partner. I don't know where marriage fits in today's society, to be honest with you. But I do believe in a life partner, and I do want to have a family, and I do want to have kids.
What challenges do you feel the world is facing today?
Well, I think the biggest one is global warming, because for obvious reasons. All the other human-related things, I don't think compared to global warming, because if we don't have a world to live on, you know what I mean? Where are we gonna go? Sure, Mars, I guess, is now in question. Like Elon Musk is trying to go to Mars, but I mean, that's not certain. So I think we need to take care of where we live, and then we can deal with all the, you know, the BS that's going on.
What are you most grateful for?
What am I most grateful for? That's a hard question, because there's a lot to be grateful for. There's, I mean, the fact that, like, I do have a great family. I'm very grateful for my family. I'm very grateful for the situations that I've been put in, you know, for like career-wise, and just being able to, like, wake up comfy in a house and have, like, food to eat. Like, even down to the bare minimum things. Like, I'm grateful for those things. I'm grateful for, like, to have a pool in my parents' backyard that I can swim in. I'm grateful that I have a mom, because I'm homeless right now, technically. I'm grateful that I have a mom that's, like, willing to let me sleep at her house, because I'm going on the road, so why pay for a house? But I'm grateful to have a mom that let me sleep on her couch for a month, you know? There's so many things. But that's just a few.
What's your favorite way to communicate?
My favorite way to, well, like this, you know, face to face. I like to communicate. I don't like small talk. I don't like it's cool to find out where people are from and stuff, but in the end, like, I don't think really anybody cares, unless they have like a really close personal relationship with that place, or they have family and friends there or something like that. But just small talk in general, I think it's, I don't know. I like to get down to like the meaningful things, to be honest with you. But that's just me.
What's your favorite book, film, and music right now?
Book, film, and music? I'll start with a book. The latest book I read was Tender is the Night by F. Scott Fitzgerald. I don't think this is my favorite book ever. I don't really like the way it ended, but it was good. It was F. Scott Fitzgerald, so how bad could it be, you know? Book. Series is Game of Thrones. I mean, I think everybody in the world is watching that, rightfully so. It's probably like one of the best TV shows I've ever seen. And then film. The latest film I saw was Baby Driver, and I really liked that as well.
And music?
Music, I was listening to Tyler, the Creator's new record on the way here, and he's got some jams on that. It's good.